Well, are you ready for tonight's video? Hey, it's me, Militant Ginger, back once again doing another video because now I have more time to dedicate to doing videos. I'm going to do videos every single day. I have a lot to get my head in gear. Today, I have to admit, I wasn't having a great day because I was kind of daunted by the amount I had to do. It's weird. A lot of the time you will go through life on autopilot because sort of your routine is organised for you. And then when you're not on autopilot, when you have to do things for yourself, one of the most important things is to actually work out a system and routine yourself, because otherwise you'll just like flail about and never get anything done. So I'm kind of daunted. I've got a lot going on in the next few months and I have to start being really disciplined with myself about organising my life, organising a structure to my day, making sure I manage to wrangle the kids, do all the things that I'm responsible for, look after the house and stuff like that. So it's kind of daunting, but it's also a good opportunity and it's a good way to prove things to myself. One of the things that I wanted to get back into was the whole weight loss diet stuff, because I've definitely over the last 2 weeks let things slip. A couple of weeks ago I was at 172 pounds, which was pretty good, and that was basically doing my intermittent fasting and also a low carb diet. So it wasn't like super low carb, I was trying to keep under like 100 grams of carbs a day. So I swapped out beer for wine, I stopped eating bread, I swapped out potatoes for like cauliflower, I was eating a lot of salad, a lot of meat. It was really satisfying actually. I noticed that I didn't get hungry so much when I was doing my fasting the next day. And I just kind of fell off the wagon a bit. And I've been really struggling getting back onto it. So today, I kind of went low carb, so I'm kind of happy about that. I kind of was trying to get up to doing a 5-day fast, but I'm not there yet. I'm working on it, because that's one thing I want to achieve maybe during this summer, because I think that's a really great test of my own mental endurance. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was the craziest thing I found on the internet today. So, as you know, I'm a bit of a loopy guy. I believe in all sorts of crazy stuff like the law of attraction and things like that. And I also am very open-minded about trying new things. Like if I wasn't open-minded, I never would have tried intermittent fasting. I'd have just stuck with the whole breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But instead I tried intermittent fasting and look, I lost 20 pounds. It was amazing. So I definitely believe in that. So sometimes when I hear about crazy things on the internet, I'm like, maybe I'll give them a go. Normally the old cynical me would have dismissed them completely out of hand, but now I'm like, let's listen into it. And today I'm going to talk about breathing techniques. Now, as you know, I'm kind of into yoga, and yoga is very much about breathing. In fact, Brittany from Chrono Yoga, who's the most awesome yoga instructor, she has this saying that she keeps repeating: never sacrifice form for breath, which means the whole point of yoga, the focus that you have to do is your breathing more than anything, and getting into all of those crazy forms and moving your body around like that, that's secondary to doing the breathing. The breathing is what really does it, and I think that's a lot to do with the fact that yoga is kind of like meditation, and meditation you focus on your breathing a lot. Anyway, that's always been interesting. It's always made me realize that breathing is kind of an important thing. Then I got into, as you creep down the rabbit hole on YouTube, this guy called Wim Hof. He's known as the Iceman. I don't know if you've heard of him. But he's been interviewed on Joe Rogan and all these other shows and stuff like that. He is this crazy Dutch guy who does this breathing technique where he super oxygenates his lungs, and he does superhuman stuff as a result of it. And this is all like documented by laboratories. He stripped down to his underpants and climbed Mount Everest in a pair of Speedos. He ran a marathon in the desert in a pair of Speedos. He's remained submerged on ice water for like 2 hours and been fine. They injected him with like Ebola bacteria and he cured himself through this breathing technique. And this might all sound completely crazy, but it is documented stuff. They had scientists there recording it and they're like, well, this is crazy, how does this work? And so a lot of people, it's now very trendy, this whole Wim Hof method. I would Google it. Wim Hof, it's W-I-M-H-O-F, Wim Hof Method, where you breathe in and breathe out. I've been trying it a bit. I haven't really sort of seen the benefits of it, but that obviously has some interesting and tangible benefits to him. Moving on from some crazy Dutch guy or Danish guy, let's go to Japan. Some crazy Japanese guy, Miki Ryosuke. Yeah, he's a Japanese actor. He swears blind that he lost 30 pounds in 2 months doing a breathing exercise. And I mean, if you look at him, he's like got super chiseled abs, he's like super ripped and lean. And so I was like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. They've had TV shows, he was featured I think on The Biggest Loser and it seemed to work. So I'm like, maybe I'll give this a try. So that's what I'm going to do today. Today marks the first day. I'm going to try for 2 weeks, every single day, this crazy Miki Ryosuke breathing technique. Now let me demonstrate what you have to do. Okay, back up a bit. So he apparently originally discovered this breathing technique because he had a bad back and he was doing some back pain. So what you do is, you put one leg behind you, and put all your weight on that, and then you clench your buttocks. Right, and when you're standing like that, so all your weight on your back leg, clenching your buttocks, then you breathe in at the count of 3 while raising your arms. 1, 2, 3. And then you breathe out really sharply for 7 seconds at the same time as clenching everything in your body. So let me try. And you do that for 2 to 5 minutes. Dog does not like the hand. Okay, I have to do that without Missy the dog here. Because Missy the dog doesn't like that. Oh, 1 second, my phone is ringing.
A few moments later.
And we're back in the room! Puppy! Power! Go on, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. No. She's shy. How did I end up with a shy dog? Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, sorry. Back to it. So, yes, whole breathing thing. Leg back. Put all your weight on that leg. Clench the buttocks. Okay, I'm going to do that on my own when the dog's not running about because I think I'm freaking the dog out. But it's interesting, I will say, like I started sweating doing that. It's kind of interesting because, you know, you get your arms there and you clench your fists and your abs tighten up and your butt's already tightened up. So it's kind of, I don't know. But I'm going to definitely knock that out for 2 minutes. And I'll try and do that every single day. And we will see in 2 weeks whether I lost any weight. So I'm going to continue doing the whole low carb thing because that's going to be kind of controlled thing. So I got to 172 pounds doing low carb. I bumped up, I weighed myself this morning, I was 176.6 pounds. But I have been eating like crap recently. But I'm going to eat low carb consistently. So that's obviously probably going to like normalize my weight, but then we'll actually see, whether this breathing technique works at all. I'm kind of excited, interested to find out. I mean, I've been doing the Wim Hof Method when I've been at the gym, so I'm at the gym, I'll normally do like 25 minutes, 30 minutes lifting weights, and then I'll walk on the treadmill for 25 minutes, and then, believe it or not, I go into a tanning bed, which you can see. I haven't exactly tanned, but the reason I do that is because I think a bit of vitamin D is really good for you. So I'll go and spend a couple of minutes in there. And normally, to pass the time while I'm standing there like an idiot, holding onto the things, I'll do the Wim Hof Method, which is, in fact, while we're here, why don't we do the Wim Hof Method? Okay, this is apparently the thing he does. You breathe in, sort of fill your lungs, and then you breathe out. But don't quite empty your lungs, and you do that for 30 strokes. So it's like, and then once you've done that for 30 times, you hold your breath for 30 seconds. So, and you hold that for 30 seconds, you'll go lightheaded. It's crazy. That's apparently the Wim Hof Method. I know I've got a friend who's a singing instructor, and she says it's terrible for you, you shouldn't do it. But I kind of like that. It's interesting. These breathing techniques are really, really interesting. And I think, I've always thought, all of these biohacks that I've been doing, like the intermittent fasting, is like, I always put that the human body is like an engine, a meat engine. And so like the intermittent fasting where you fill up with food once a day, I mean, that makes sense. Like you fill up your car when your tank's nearly on empty. You don't fill it up every 15 miles. With going low carb, that's like putting premium fuel into your tank, because you know your body runs more efficiently off fat and protein, and less efficiently off carbs. So you're just putting premium gas into your own petrol tank. And I think when it comes to breathing method, I mean, one of the first things you do when you own a car and you want to get more performance out of it is you fit an air filter and an air scoop to get more air into the engine. And I mean, a supercharger basically just forces that air into the system. So it makes a lot of sense that breathing techniques can actually have a lot more power than you might realize. So I don't know, I've been rabbiting on now for a long time. My video used to, I'm going to press a button. What? Oh no, that didn't work. My video used to have this wonderful thing where, oh there we go, show me how long I've been recording. But it doesn't seem to do that anymore. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to sign off. It's been great, guys. I'm going to keep up this breathing technique. I will keep up doing these daily videos. I will keep up eating low carb. I will be back with more exciting adventures later. Look, my phone's ringing again. So I'll see you later. Bye.